Uh, Good evening, good evening, good evening. This is Laura coming to you with a short video and just wanted to reach out to all of my subscribers and to let you know that I am still here. I'm still around. Um, had some things happening in my life, so wasn't able to record videos as much as I wanted to, but I'm still here, still strong, still going at it. And so I just wanted to come to you and have a short talk with you today. But before I get into my short talk, I wanted to, anyone who is new to my channel, if you've never been to my channel before, I just want to take a quick moment to ask you to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell so that you could receive notifications whenever I record a new video. I want to thank you for stopping by the channel and for finding something that I have to say interesting, useful, informative, uplifting, motivating, whatever it is that you receive from this message today. Thank you for stopping by. For all of my subscribers, I want to thank you as well for sticking in there with me. I know it's been a while, but I noticed that the channel is still growing. I still respond to comments. If you leave a comment, I still respond to that. And I just want to also thank you for staying with me on this journey. But today I want to talk about gang stalking. Why are we shocked at what they do? Gang stalking. Why are we shocked at what they do? Um, for many of us, we've invested a lot of our time and energy into the lives of others. And not everyone that we invest time and energy into is a gang stalker. But for those of us that have felt like we've wasted a lot of years on people who didn't reciprocate back to us what we were given, why is it that when people show us their true colors, why is it that we find ourselves shocked? And I once heard a quote, I forget who said the quote, but I once heard someone say that when someone shows you their true colors, don't try to change it. And so eventually people will show you their true colors. And normally it doesn't take years and years for a person to reveal their true colors. But for some reason, because of the type of people that we are, sometimes it takes us years and years to catch on. And then when we do catch on, we're actually shocked by the behavior. We're shocked at the things that this person has done behind our backs or done to us, or the amount of destruction that this person was able to accomplish right up under our nose. And so I'm here to tell you, don't be shocked by what the gang stalker has done, will do, or is doing. This is their nature. You know, I'm out here in nature today, just enjoying the water by the beach, and this is nature. And so a person cannot change their nature. If a person is evil by nature, well, then their fruit will be a production of evil. If a person has a good heart, which most of us as TIs, we have good hearts, and that is our fruit. And what happens sadly when you have a good heart, you give out a lot of forgiveness. You are the type of person that you don't want to give up on a relationship. You know, you hang in there too long. You give people too many chances. You try to see the good in everyone. And even sadly, sometimes we make excuses for bad behavior. And then another point, as a TI, because of our good heart and because of our love and because we seem to look for the best in everyone, is that when people show us their true colors, when people show us the red flags, in which the red flags are always there, they've always been there, but you know what? We trick our minds into believing that what we're seeing is not really happening. Or what we're seeing, this can't be true. This person is not like this. Or we hang on to the good times. And so we yearn for the good relationship we had with this person 10, 15, 20 years ago. The good relationship we had with this person when we first met them. But you know what, my friend? That person that you met, that was their representative. That was not the real person that they showed to you. It was just their representative. And so, because we met their representative and they were able to fool us that they were actually this nice and good and charming person and they charmed our socks off, we weren't able to see, or we didn't pay attention to the red flags. And so they came with the spirit to destroy us, and we came with a spirit to build something with them, to uplift them, to work with them. We want to see the best for them, to hang in there with them to the bitter end. No matter what, I am not going to leave you. No matter what, I'm going to give my all and sacrifice my all so that you can be happy, so that you can be a better person, so that we can have a better life, so that you can feel loved and wanted and needed. But was that reciprocated to us? No, not at all. Actually, for every time that we gave another chance, for every time that we gave out forgiveness, for every time we refused to see the truth, well, let's take a look at what we ended up with. We ended up with the short end of the stick. And sometimes it takes us years to realize that with this person, we keep coming up with the short end of the stick. And sometimes, sadly, it takes us 5, 10, 15, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, sometimes even 50 years to realize that what we're giving out, we're giving 110%, and this person is given the bare minimum, maybe 10 or 20%, which is not even the bare minimum. I would think that at least the bare minimum would be 50%. But we're willing to sacrifice and to accept less than the bare minimum. And so sometimes we have to question ourselves, what is it about us that made us keep accepting the short end of the stick? What is it about us that keeps attracting gang stalkers, narcissists, toxic behavior, toxic relationships, toxic people? What is it about us that we keep attracting these type of people in our lives and we keep allowing them to hang around? Well, what do you expect if you allow toxicity to hang around? What's that old saying? Garbage in, garbage out. Well, my friend, I'm here to tell you today it's time for someone to take out the garbage. It's time for us to stop accepting the stench that we put up with and ignore every day. It is time for us to realize that no matter how much we give, how much we sacrifice, it will never be enough. And sometimes we're very shocked and hurt by the realization that no matter what we've done for people, that unfortunately it will never be enough. And sometimes it comes straight from the horse's mouth that everything that you've done, it will never be enough. You cannot quench or satisfy the unsatisfiable. You cannot quench a thirst that's unquenchable. You cannot quench an empty tomb or an empty well. You cannot quench something that's insatiable. You know, we might as well give it up. We cannot quench the insatiable. And I had to come to that realization that there are some people in my life that no matter what I do, whether it's family or friends or whoever the case may be, co-workers, a boss, I had to come to the realization that, hey, I'm on this hamster wheel and I'm running to please this person, only to realize that everything I've done was never enough. It was never enough, and it was never going to be enough. And so they took the kindness for weakness. They even took private things that we revealed to them about ourselves, or maybe we've revealed some of our weaknesses, and they took that and they used it against us. Everything that was whispered in secret was used against us to hurt us, to injure us, to destroy us. But I'm here to tell you, if you're under the sound of my voice today, you deserve so much better. And you know what? It's okay to have a big heart. It's okay to love. It's okay to give 110% in a relationship. It's okay to want to see other people happy. That doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't make you a weak person. Actually, it makes you a very strong person. It makes you a great person to be on the team. But you cannot continue to cast your pearls before swine, because swine will not appreciate a pearl. These people will not appreciate your good heart. They will not appreciate who you are. And so it's time for us to pull back and start saving ourselves for someone who will really one day appreciate and love us for the people that we are. Not for what they can get out of us. Not for using us. Not for keeping us on a hamster wheel with fake promises and keeping us on a hamster wheel to keep trying to please them when all the time they knew they would never be pleased with us, that we were not their cup of tea. When all the time they had an ulterior motive behind our backs to destroy us. And you know, the Bible tells us in the last days that people are going to be evil and treacherous and haters of good. And so what do people do with something that they hate and they don't appreciate? They throw it away, or they throw it on the ground and they stamp all over it, only to pick it up again, to throw it down and stomp on it some more. And so I'm here to ask you today, pick up your good heart. Be careful who you give 100% of yourself to. It's okay to have a good heart. It's okay to be giving. But pay attention to the signs. Pay attention to are your good deeds and everything that you're doing, are they being reciprocated? Stop thinking that this is your only friend, or that you have to keep these people around because you don't want to be alone, or you'll never have anyone else. It's time to get rid of the stench. It's time to start thinking better of yourself and that you deserve better. You don't deserve to be treated this way. And there is someone out there who will appreciate and love you and treat you the way that you deserve to be treated. Aren't you tired of being lied to, lied on, cheated on, talked about, having your relationships with others destroyed? Aren't you tired of feeling isolated? Aren't you tired of having your family hurt? Aren't you tired of losing jobs? Aren't you tired of losing friendships? Aren't you tired of being devalued? Well, when you get tired of it, you'll make a change. Aren't you tired of wasting years of your life and then realizing that time is a precious resource that you cannot get back? So what are you going to do about it? And like I said at the beginning of this video, don't be shocked by what what they've done or what they're doing or what they're about to do. Don't be shocked. That's a part of their nature. A part of their nature is greediness, selfishness, destructiveness, lying, cheating, backbiting, stealing, no values, no morals, no character at all. And so, like I said, when you see a tree and this low-hanging fruit is there and people are showing you that this is what they're capable of, what makes you think that if they treat others this way, that they're going to treat you any different? Aren't you tired of being bamboozled and tricked and hoodwinked? Aren't you tired of being made a fool of? Aren't you tired of feeling bad about yourself? Aren't you tired of giving and not getting anything back in return? Aren't you tired of making excuses for behavior in which there is no excuse for? Aren't you tired of the chaos and the craziness and trying to make sense of it all? Relationships shouldn't be craziness and chaos. There shouldn't be things happening in a relationship with the person that does not make any sense. Why aren't you tired of trying to make sense of the senseless? Aren't you tired of telling yourself and promising yourself that I'll never do this again? I'm going to let this person go, only to go back to this person and have them to do the same thing all over again. Aren't you tired of being shocked and surprised and dismayed? Well, if you are, today is a new day and you can begin again and you can stop the vicious cycle and you can come to the realization that, you know, what you're doing will never be enough. And so if it's never enough, why keep doing it? It's time to stop. It's time to pump your brakes. It's time to pay attention to the red flags. You know, it's time to look for the red flags. It's time to stop laying all your cards on the table only to be hurt by those who gather them up. It's time to stop wearing your heart on your sleeve. It's time to stop opening your heart so quickly to people who don't deserve it. It's time to stop casting your pearls before swine. It is time for you to get out of life and out of a relationship what you deserve. And every relationship is going to have its problems. No relationship is going to be perfect. But oh my goodness, at some point, there should be lesson learned and trying to improve and do better. And actually, you should be able to see the signs of improvement and the signs of doing better. Not a constant promise of doing better only to fall back again. Not taking 10 steps forward only to not taking one step forward and taking 10 steps back. Not running on a hamster wheel and never getting anywhere. And then you come to the winter of your life and you realize how much time you've wasted and you'll never get it back. And then you wonder, where do you go from here? Well, I'm telling you right now, whether you're in the summer, fall, spring, or winter of your life, there's still time to stop this vicious cycle. There is still time to get off the hamster wheel. You have what it takes and you deserve better. And don't you dare give up on you. Don't you dare let yourself down. You keep moving forward. And you keep going after what you deserve. I thank you for listening to this video. And again, if you found something that I said to be helpful, please take the time to subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Please share this video. Please like and please leave a comment below. And tell me, what are you going to do for yourself to show that you deserve better? How are you going to break the vicious cycle? And how are you going to stop being shocked by what the gang stalkers do, are doing, or have done? Leave a comment in the comment below. Thank you so much for listening. And as always, take care, my friends.